So welcome to the third annual podcast marathon. We are now going to do Pop Culture Countdown, one of the favorites from Live at the Blue Box.
Switches.
Before we get into it, we can say if you're going to tweet or use Instagram, use our hashtags, hashtag SMGPM3, and the other one is Support Indie Podcasts. And that Support Indie Podcasts, use that all year long. Tell people that you love independent podcasting, because that's really what it's all about. Here's the other thing. Those of you that don't understand why we do that, the reason that we have that, the reason we have a hashtag is not for searching, because who's going to know to search for that, right? Hi, Edward. Hey, look. Edward Puppet's here. Do we have to get him a new hat? Does he? Oh, no man bun on him either. So you can join us up here too, Edward. You're good.
He's retired.
So the reason that we do that, though, is we can, if enough people tweet and use Instagram and use that hashtag, we can create a wall after the fact that tells the story of the day. So tell your story. Take pictures of yourself. They're called selfies, Martha. You can take pictures of the Blue Box, of Elgin, of the marathon, of that camera. Take a lot of pictures of Jacob. That would be awesome. We can hashtag Jacob. That'd be awesome.
Do what?
So, yeah, please
Hashtag
do
A1.
all that stuff. And also, those of you that are here watching or part of this, please see Ashley. She is doing interviews today. She and Tony are doing interviews. We're having a documentary made about this, and they'll take you in the back room and beat you. No, they'll take you in the back room and ask a couple of questions, right? It's a lot of fun. So please be part of,
Do you have
of
candy?
the... What was it?
Do you lure them back there? You have candy or anything? No treats?
No,
Hold
but
on.
Tony's pretty sweet.
Hold on. She's interviewing podcasters. None of them like to talk. at all.
Right.
You can touch Tony's beard if you go back there. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Right. All right. So you guys
That's
ready?
the stuff.
sure.
Let's do Pop Culture Countdown
Yeah.
Tom Petty edition. Not to bum you guys out, but I don't know if you heard, Tom Petty passed away this week. And this has happened to us when we've done Live at the Blue Box. We lost Prince. We did a Prince night.
We did.
We lost David Bowie. We did a Bowie night. We lost Lou Reed. We talked about Lou Reed. Tom
Lost
Petty's
actors.
gone. Yeah, but I
Yes.
mean, when we've done music
Yeah.
like this, these have been some big losses in the last year to 2
Couple
years.
years, yeah.
So now we lost, I mean, out of nowhere, Tom Petty. It's 66,
And,
right?
you know, and we lost a person who's an artist that we've liked like our whole lives
Yes.
as teenagers, and like
Yes.
like contemporary, not somebody who was from the '60s or early '70s when we didn't know anything from
Right,
the whole
right,
around.
right.
I mean, these are people that we listened to and were influential in our life. Like
Right.
Prince is a big one. Tom Petty is another big one that I thought did a lot of music that I enjoyed.
Yes.
and it's tough.
Right. They're kind of like people that came to prominence while we were aware.
Right.
And remained there. I mean, think about Tom Petty's career.
Sure.
He also made, inarguably, the best music video of all time. Don't
I would
come around
say
here
I
no
wouldn't
more.
say it's inarguably, but I would say it's
Oh,
arguably.
no, not argue. No.
No? I actually agree.
And I've already
Hold on.
decided since I'm
It's-
sick,
don't come
and
around here
I
no
dragged
more.
myself up here, that you guys
No.
are going to let me win today because
Hold on.
I
Martha's
deserve
playing an
that.
I'm sick trick. Uh-huh. That doesn't work.
Oh, this is the cough. She's going to do that, too. It's like when you call into work.
I'm waiting for my tea.
Martha,
my child
come
is,
on. The
my
pool's
child
ready.
is neglecting me.
Yep. No, she's eating her chips. She'll get to you eventually.
You know.
So,
all right.
Tom Petty, we're gonna attempt. Okay, those of you
Okay,
that don't
have
know,
you ever seen him?
Yes.
Where'd
Have
you
you
see
seen him?
him?
I've seen him at Poplar Creek.
So did we. We
So
might
did
have
we.
met you there. Who
Were you
knew?
rolling down the hill?
Was it in
were you
the
very
80s?
drunk at the time? Because that would have been
No,
me.
we didn't. We're not really drinkers.
Drinkers, I was. Then,
no.
So,
Lloyd Cole opened for him. Was that the same one you went to?
yes, it was.
All right, we
so
were
when
there.
I saw him there, and I saw him
How
at the
weird.
at the World, which was the World.
The World,
back-
Oh,
yeah,
Tinley
yeah.
which is now
Park?
Tinley Park,
Yeah.
which was the Tweeter Center, which is
Everything,
the
yeah.
casino, whatever the casino. Yes, I
Tweeter,
saw.
he used to work
Yes,
for.
I know. So
Right. That was just.
He bankrupted them.
Yeah, I did. That was just their
Single-handed.
name.
what
Handedly.
by selling things to making money?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I know. That was
Smart.
all my fault.
that's all your fault.
Man.
Sorry, I did that. So
He took him right down.
yeah, you know what? A lot of people kind of bag on him, for being kind of middle of the road, easy listening, but he wrote
Tom
a
Petty.
lot of great songs. But he wasn't at the edge.
No,
He was,
I know
he walked
people-
he walked kind of the middle of the lane, but he was great at it, and he entertained. And I thought he covered a lot of good stuff.
When
in his
I
music.
usually like a little more, like I like kind of punk and a little bit stronger. He is that crossover.
right.
In fact, I actually think he is a big reason I like that Americana, like Wilco. I'm a huge Wilco
Sure.
fan. I was thinking about it this week. I think it stemmed out of Tom Petty.
Absolutely.
Oh, sure.
You know, it's
Well,
like
I think the Traveling Wilburys, when they did
Yeah,
that thing where
love
they
that.
took,
That was amazing.
where they took all these amazing people, and we can go on a whole other tangent about that whole thing where George Harrison just gets these great songwriters together
Yeah.
Yeah.
and said, "Let's do something." And they're like, "That's not how it goes." He goes, "No, that's how it goes." And like that's the power of a Beatle.
Right.
And he just kind of like says,
The
"Hey, Roy
power
Orbison."
of a Beatle.
Hey, well, no, like, hey, Bob Dylan. Hey, Tom Petty. Hey,
Right.
Jeff Lynne. Hey,
Roy Orbison.
Dave Stewart. Hey, Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? We're just going to write music.
I can't
and
say
that's
his
how
name,
they do
Roy
it.
Orbison. I can't-
Yeah,
his
it's
name's
hard
too
one to
for
say,
me
and they do it. But and I think they did that.
What's wrong?
You need they did that whole Wilco.
well, that
kinda
Americana
special- that
type
Americana
sound.
kinda
This
came
one is
right
so
out
much
of-
louder. How are you quieter on it?
Project.
There we go. I'm sick.
Pretend
Oh,
like you're
that's
yelling.
I'm
at,
waiting for
hold
my
on.
tea.
Pretend like
Yeah,
you're yelling at Rob.
Busted.
Pretend like you're yelling at
Yeah,
Rob.
there you go.
Yeah,
Rob.
Pretend like I'm asking for my tea.
right. Yeah, actually, Traveling Wilburys, and he is a huge influence on the sound of that band.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you listen to that, I hear Tom Petty.
Oh, sure.
Even on the Dylan stuff, even
Yeah.
on the Roy Orbison tune,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, he was really influential. They all were.
I
but
think he did more of the music, and the guys did the lyrics. I think the music was very Jeff Lynne, very
Tom Petty,
Well, Tom
yeah.
Petty, but also
I
Dave
agree.
Stewart at the time because he.
Well, Dave Stewart was in the second iteration.
But he was kind of hanging around because he was producing at the time.
Yeah.
So I think he produced the album, but didn't. It wasn't as much heavy-handed as it was the second time around.
Sure.
Because all of like "Stop Dragging My Heart Around" and we'll talk about that. That's from that. What was the show on HBO about Jay-Z and not Jay-Z about
wait,
about
did
Tommy
we just
Iommi.
transfer
The one
brains?
it's called
Larry Sanders.
no, the one that they just did. It is bad. I'll come up with it. But they talked about the
Sopranos?
about the Beats thing, and it's about.
Oh, sure.
And they talk about how all those guys were kind of hanging around at the
Right.
time, and like Tom Petty was doing this, and Dave Stewart was a big producer, like a background guy, because Eurythmics was done, and he wasn't the singer.
Right.
He just kind of was the guy who made the music, and he
Right,
was there,
right.
But that was part of that.
Well,
But yeah.
and Jeff Lynne, too. I mean, he had
Yeah.
ELO, but ELO wasn't a thing at that point.
No.
And, he was still producing a lot. And,
And he's ELO.
Amazing.
Looking back, how fantastic were they?
yeah. You know, I
Crazy
mentioned
though.
Tom's Comics the other day, or earlier. Tom's Comics here in Elgin. We got into a conversation when I was in there about this. He was mentioning there was a band that was
Martha?
pre-ELO called like Mood or something. And he said it's the guy who started ELO with Jeff Lynne.
Wow.
And he said, and then he broke off, and he said those albums are astounding,
Sure.
but they did nothing here in the States. Nobody here knows them.
Ah.
But he
Called
said
Mood?
Something
it's
new to
called like
listen to.
Mood, or yeah, I think it's called Mood. He said it's totally like deep cut ELO music.
Mm-hmm.
He said when you listen to it, you're like, this is like the best ELO album ever. It's crazy.
And, I mean, and they did the whole. They were, they brought the symphony to the rock and roll stuff.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
Like, I mean, it was trippy
Well,
then.
the
It was
Beatles
great.
always said that ELO was what happened when the Beatles broke up. They were like, what they did is where we were going.
Sure.
That's a really big compliment.
Oh yeah, and
Plus, he had amazing hair.
yeah, he did. Well, he could have been. It could have been Bob Ross, Bob Diana Ross,
ELO with Bob Diana Ross.
Jeff Lynne. That would be great. It would be fantastic.
So,
let's get
anyway,
back-
Tom Petty.
Tom
So
Petty.
funny. Okay.
Okay, so here's how the show works. Those of you that don't know, here's how we do Pop Culture Countdown.
When we get
each
to
come
it.
in with our top 5 or 8. And
No, you didn't do 8.
I
And
did-
then
I
you
did-
cheater.
What are you talking about cheating?
And
you
then-
cheat all the time.
And then we argue about it until we come down to the top 3.
We have to
Now,
agree.
We have to agree on the top 3. And already, I'm just going to tell you,
Not gonna
Martha's
happen.
going to play the sick card. So,
I already did.
This is really
Consider
hard.
it done.
I want to start by just telling you what my criteria is because I always have a
You always
criteria.
have the weirdest criteria.
Nope,
It'd be
this
like,
one-
oh, when he had his hair parted on the side.
This is post hat,
Exactly.
pre mustache.
Exactly.
This is
Here's my-
pre-video, post.
Here's how I did mine. 'Cause
Okay.
This was really, really awful to do.
Okay, go ahead.
I really like Tom Petty, and when I started going through, like, I realized even the deep cut stuff I liked, and I'm like, how do you pick the top ones? Do you go by musically? Do you go by? Here's what I did. I just basically looked. What are the ones in my, like, if it pops up on the radio, which are the ones I go to every time?
Yes.
Every time. Which are the ones that I might.
Is all the answer?
Well, no,
every,
it wasn't.
Every single one?
Because let's say you have two on two stations, which would I choose every time?
Right.
So that's how I did it. Some of them are going to be, they're almost all pretty rote.
So
I mean, these are going to
basically,
be
you
greatest
did
hits.
the ones you like the best,
I did.
which was kind of the whole point of it.
I did, but
So
I
you had no
to-
criteria.
I
Well,
have
no,
a
because sometimes the ones you like the best aren't the best songs.
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes the
But-
personal favorites for you aren't their best.
right.
But I don't care
Because-
the whole point is
Because there
what
were a
do I
couple on
think?
here
So
that
it's just about you, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
there were a couple
What
of
are
them
my
that I
top
think
5? And you guys agree with my top 3.
there were a
right?
couple that I thought I really love, but I don't think they deserve to be on the top list. I think
Okay.
these go first. So I'm going to throw possibly the greatest song he ever wrote out.
Okay, easy.
American
American Girl. Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Number
American
one?
Absolutely.
Girl is
Number
a
one with a
defining
bullet.
I
song.
wouldn't say number one, but I would say it's one of his best
Oh.
songs.
It's got to be in the top 3.
Yes.
Number one with a
I would
bullet.
say
and
that.
it's not even that it's like this breakthrough in music. It's just such a
It is a
But-
fantastic
Great
song.
pop
But,
song.
but as pop culture, it is involved in everything because you've got
Silence of the
Silence of
Lambs.
the
Oh.
Lambs, and that just that
And
makes
you
it.
cannot think of Silence of the Lambs
Without-
without hearing that song.
Yeah.
No, I can
It
because
was
I can
such a
totally look at the video. Oh yeah,
definitive point in that movie
It is.
was that song started.
And every
American
time
Girl
I hear
and
the song,
Chianti.
I think of Silence
And
of
it
the
was
Lambs.
just in something. Molly, what did we watch the other day? And they played American
Gilmore
Girl.
Girls. Was it in Gilmore Girls?
Yes, in the new ones.
The Netflix ones. Yeah, it's to me. That is the first one I got to throw out because that is the
Yes.
Tom Petty song.
Agree, 100%.
Wow.
it gets all three. It'll get 3 votes.
All right, so that's it. Are you taking score? What do you got going on there?
Someone's got to be a rut.
All right, I'm going to go with an oldie but a goodie, and my intro to Tom Petty, "The Waiting."
Oh, I didn't put that down.
That was my friends and I, freshman year of high school, I think it was, and we sat around watching
Freshman year of high
MTV.
school?
Freshman year, yeah. But we sat there and we all picked the guy in the band that we were going to date. I got the keyboard player, Ben Montench, of all things. But sorry, Ben Mont.
Did you try that for Queen and it didn't work out for you?
Yeah. So, but The Waiting, that to me is like a definitive moment in my life, and it was a very much my gateway to Tom Petty.
Sure.
That,
You know, I didn't put that one down, but man, that's
So you
a
need to add
good
it. Okay,
song.
so you want to
wait,
change yours.
Hold on a second here. I think that's a good song, but it didn't make my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hop, hop.
But it's
See,
good.
It could.
It
So
could.
It needs to stick around. I may be when we get to that top 3. I may
But see,
buckle.
Here's the problem: is I kind of took it in stages of his career because there's definite.
Oh,
parts.
you had a criteria?
Well, of course I did, but I don't sit there and announce all 27 of mine. No, but I think there's definite stages of his maturity because I think there's maturity of it as a singer-songwriter, like where you get to the beginning, like Refugee and Breakdown. Those are definitely different songs
Yes.
than when you get to the Waiting, and then you get to the Traveling Wilburys, and then the solo album after that.
Sure.
So I'm going to throw down just to go an early one.
Throw
And
down.
I threw it down there. I thought Breakdown
No.
is a great song.
Yeah,
to
I
me,
put that
but
down
it didn't
too.
make my list.
to
Not
me,
my top 5.
to me, when you talk about your criteria, when you hear it, I don't care if the world is ending. Guess what? Breakdown's staying. for me.
And see, that's why The Waiting was right there.
Right.
And Breakdown was right there. I chose Breakdown.
Oh, no.
I
No.
did. Because as soon as I was like, what are my top... here's the funny thing. The first 2 I thought of, And you would think it's like, something off Full Moon Fever or whatever. No, the
No.
first two I thought of were Breakdown and
Breakdown.
American Girl. I'm like, these are defining songs. But
We could,
I think
we
that
could
Waiting
work-
might be a better song.
I agree. It is.
Leave it on there.
But if you look at lyrically, I don't think the Waiting. I
Did
think
you say Jamiroquai?
Jamiroquai or the lyrics, but I think lyrically that Breakdown is a much better song, and it has a lot more meaning. To me, it has that 70s, early 80s.
I don't hear
feel.
the words.
I know,
so-
but to me, that's,
I don't.
That's what I got. So, all right,
Yeah.
go ahead. What's your next one?
Okay, go ahead, Rob.
Oh, me? I love this song.
Okay.
It's Good to Be King off Wildflowers.
I like that one, but it's not on my list.
Oh, my gosh.
but
to
I
me-
like it. I mean, I don't have
Yeah.
any,
That is, to me, that is the Tom Petty song.
Okay.
But if you guys didn't vote it, it
No,
doesn't
I
hit the
did-
top three.
I did not. So,
No.
all right.
But
All
I will
right.
listen to that song every single time.
All right. I had to go with Free Fallin'.
I didn't.
I did.
And I love it. I love it, and I might be persuaded. You know why I didn't? I can tell you why.
Because you have another. You have another one.
Overplayed?
You have.
Overplayed. But unfortunately, the one I picked is overplayed
But it's,
off the same
it's
album.
overplayed
They're all
because
overplayed.
that was
Yeah.
that was the one
I don't
that
think
crossed
Free Fallin' of that
over-
album was the most popular.
No,
to you.
I think
of
at that
where
time
it crossed over everybody. Every
You-
kid I knew, everybody
couldn't-
knew that song.
you couldn't go anywhere and not hear Free
Yes,
Fallin'.
it was. I think that was his most commercial.
Yep.
All right, did I
And you
say
could sing
that
dirty
one?
Say
lyrics
that
to
one.
it too, which I can do out in the parking
and
lot.
I think that made the list. I'm going to throw out one of my favorite songs
Okay.
from him, "Running Down a Dream."
Oh.
'Cause
That's the one I picked over Free
I didn't
Fallin'.
put it.
That guitar riff is the greatest thing ever.
And the video and the
Yep.
the whole thing, to me, that is
I love the
so
song, but I
funny.
didn't pick it.
I totally picked that one over Free Fallin'. I think Free Fallin' was overplayed more so than even this one. And this one, every time it comes on, I hear that.
Yeah.
I love that
it's just
so much.
it's fun. It's kind of gritty. It's
Yep.
kind of
It's
the
a
video
total
is kind
Tom
of cool.
Petty
Yeah,
song.
it kind of, to me, it encapsulates.
You
what
kind
that
of get
is,
the impression he just picked up his guitar and it just came out.
right.
All right, so whose turn is? I don't know who went. Did you just go?
Yeah, Rob's next.
It's
All right,
me?
go ahead.
All right. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna throw down the big one. This one, American Girl, and this one are my two definites. I'm gonna fight for.
Learning to fly.
No.
Oh.
Don't come around here no more.
Oh, I have it. Uh-huh.
I love
definitely.
that song.
Love.
so much, and it's such a departure, and it's so cool, and it had that great video. Forget the video; it's a
I can't
great
forget the
song.
video.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know,
The
but it's
video
a
is awesome.
great
Yeah,
song.
100%,
That is a
yeah.
piece
Yes.
of art.
Okay,
that is Tom
that
Petty
American Girl, we got our
taking
top
a
two
claim,
so far.
saying, "I'm not just some bar musician.
No.
Here it is,"
No.
which I never thought he was anyway. but
Brilliant.
That's the
Brilliant
song.
song.
And that's also it's a collaboration where he and other. I mean, it is him, but it's
He got people involved.
right. There's people involved, and it just kind of accented what he did, and
Yeah.
I think that's great. Instead of being, I think the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers is much more of the, hey, we're gonna make some really really good music and churn it out, and it's not bad, but it's not the level of those guys that he's playing with.
Right.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
produced.
Don't come
it's-
around here no more. Is Southern Accents? I think that was the album.
Yeah,
It's just astounding.
and that's crazy. So that's good.
All right,
Now,
all right.
My last one. Here Comes My Girl.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love it. I'm good.
That's
Did
a
you have that
good
one?
No,
I didn't have it either.
I didn't have it either. Because I
That's
think
a
that
good one, though.
It's a good song. I think it's too poppy in the other realm of. It's Full Moon Fever. Is that the name of the album? I can't think. I mean,
Is
I
that
think-
what it's on? Is it on Full
No,
Moon
I'm just
Fever?
saying. But it's in that. It's in that kind of. It's a good song, and it's a very.
Yeah, it's more of a pop rock
It's more
song.
poppy. So
Yeah.
say. And the hard thing is you can name any one of 12 songs of his and be like, oh,
Right.
that's fantastic. So
I mean, we're not going to hit a dud.
No.
It's just
Yeah,
that
right.
So
of
I'm-
my top three.
My last
American
one to bring
Girl.
up is a song that he didn't sing, but he wrote. Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
Yeah.
Because to
Great
me,
song.
It's.
I
I
didn't
mean,
put it.
to me, it kind of got
Either.
me. It got me knowing he did it, and then that Tom Aoun basically stole it to give to his girlfriend at the time,
Yep.
who I loved, Stevie Nicks, and then they do the.
But when they do
it
the
together,
duet,
oh,
it's amazing.
It's,
Yeah.
it's amazing, and
Their
to me,
voices together,
It's
yeah.
you could tell it's him writing that song, and then someone else who is in equally as much pain singing it, and it's like, oh my gosh, to me that was to be one of his best efforts. So.
All right, what else?
So,
the only other thing I put was Learning to Fly, but it's not holding up for me, and you don't know how it feels.
I love that
I put
song.
both of those down, but you know what? If I had to call my 3 right now, I'm calling American Girl, I'm calling Don't Come Around Here No More, and I'm calling Running Down a Dream. What'd you say?
And The Waiting.
The Waiting.
I could go with either Running Down the Dream or Breakdown. The
All
other
right.
two.
Does anyone here have one that we missed?
Does anyone here agree with me?
Well, we don't care about that.
I do.
Because I'm winning.
What?
Won't Back Down.
That's a great song.
Which one? Oh, but that's
Handle Me with
Traveling Wilburys.
Still Tom Petty. And,
I know,
and
but it can't count.
Won't Back Down
it's
is a
not.
good one, too.
It won't back down. Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Molly,
that's a really
do you have any
good
we
one.
haven't named?
Dang it.
Yeah, she
Oh,
loves
Last
that
Dance with
one.
Mary Jane's a good one. Oh,
Leave
you know
it
what?
to my kid to sing the drug one.
But I
Wait,
did do that one. Wait a minute.
Wait, I get you next. You're going to pay for that.
That was on Wildflowers. I wrote Wildflowers, Last Dance with Mary Jane, and Good to Be King. And then I went, it's Good to Be King is the one. It's just like on Full Moon Fever. I'm like, I love all these songs. It's got to be Running Down a Dream for me. But the problem is we could literally say, what are the best 3 on this album?
Right.
Because there are...
Hold on, and still have a
and
discussion.
still have an
Yes.
argument about it.
All right.
Because hold on, we didn't talk about "Don't Do Me Like That," which
Don't
is
Do Me Like
which,
That's a
I mean, but
great
that's one.
song.
I mean, that's probably his the beginning of his career, his most commercial,
Right.
popular hit,
Right.
Which was great,
That's his free fall in early
Yeah.
on,
Right.
where everybody knew that song.
right? I mean, "Refugee" was his more critical song.
Oh,
and
we didn't put
Breakdown-
Refugee
All
down.
right.
We didn't, but I think if you can't do "Refugee" and "Breakdown" because I think they're
No,
Too similar.
I say Breakdown.
or
Okay.
no, "Running Down a Dream" is what
Hang
you said.
on.
I'll go "Running Down a Dream."
What?
So American Girl.
American Girl.
Number
Three-way?
1.
No, I think "Don't Come Around Here No More" would be number 1.
Okay, Don't Come Around
But
Here
we
No
agree
More.
on those 2,
Number
right?
Yes.
1, American Girl. Number 2,
Got it.
and The Waiting, and I win.
You'll be waiting for that answer.
What else?
Hold
do-
on. So we're going to do "Running Down a Dream" with 3.1 is.
Oh, there we go.
The
we
Waiting.
usually cheat. And,
The
and-
Waiting and Running
Okay.
Down a Dream. We can split that on number 3. I'm willing to do that
Slash
because
Running
they
Down a
both
Dream.
should be there.
A lot, like 27 ellipses and then "The Waiting."
And then
Yeah.
yes, and then we can start adding
Small
commas.
font, a subtitle.
Yes, and lots on top of things, and eventually we get everything in his catalog, except that one.
Okay. So our top. I think we really should have to pick 3, though.
Oh my gosh!
I think that's really.
I can't.
All right.
As,
What,
much,
is,
American
as much as
Girl-
I love "The Waiting,"
what did you say the third
"The
one
Waiting"
should
only
be?
got initial. I said either "Running Down the Dream" or "Breakdown," but I could go with
Breakdown,
"Running Down the
maybe.
Dream."
Breakdown or Running Down a Dream.
All
I
right.
agree
Which
with-
would you say? Breakdown.
He said both.
You have to, if you are willing to say one of those over the waiting,
I'm willing to say Breakdown.
then it's Breakdown.
Breakdown.
Okay.
I'll take
Breakdown,
Breakdown.
But The Waiting. Yeah.
I think
And I'm willing to put an asterisk with The Waiting and with
"Running Down a Dream."
Running Down
No,
a Dream.
you guys are such cheaters.
And with
That's 6. That's
That's
top
seven.
and
six.
it's good to be king
That's,
should
that's
be
more than
the-
we were even
the
supposed to
top
come in
70
with.
after number 1.
The top 74
No,
songs.
you guys.
Tom Petty's top 74.
Yes.
He only did 70, but that's
In
74.
order, starting with
Okay.
number 1. Now we all start arguing number 1.
Well, I argue number 1 because I think American Girl should be number 1.
I think number 1
Don't
should
Come
be
Around
American
Here
Girl.
No More is
two
number
should be
2.
Don't Come Around.
And I think The Waiting.
But
Breakdown.
I
and
don't,
Breakdown.
I don't think "American Girl" is a better song than "Don't Come Around Here No More."
I don't
I
either,
think
but I think it should be
American
number
Girl-
1. I think it is the defining work.
Absolutely should be number 1.
Okay,
My thought.
I'll do that.
My opinion.
I will give you that. So,
Yeah,
If-
because
if-
I gave
if
you
Breakdown
number
is number
3.
three,
I gave
then-
you a breakdown.
well,
I'm
gave
giving
the-
you
hold
a
on,
nervous
the,
breakdown.
The two of us already agreed that it should be that.
Whatevs.
All right, I
He
think we
would
did
go
it.
with. Are you kidding me? If you weren't sitting right here,
He-
I would say.
What are you
Oh, I'm
talking
easy
about?
to
I'd
manipulate
say,
on this.
Oh, The Waiting, and he'd go, "Oh, yes, dear, anything."
No, yeah, we all know I'm like that.
It's just 'cause you're
exact-
sitting here.
Exactly.
Not all these other people.
Yeah,
but
that's
you.
exactly how I am.
And he
How
would.
do you live with yourself at night? Saying that?
We don't have mirrors in
That's
the
right.
house. As long as
That's
I
okay.
don't have to look
That's
at myself.
No
I'm
sharp
okay.
objects and no mirrors.
Right.
But that's okay.
Yeah. All right. So
Is
there
that
we go.
it? Did we do it?
Yeah, we got American Girl, Don't Come Around Here No More, and The Waiting. Perfect.
All right.
Done.
You guys agree? You know,
He just did it. He
you
totally
know
just
that
did
if
it.
we ask this again in a half hour, we're going to change these completely.
Yeah.
And
So-
Rob and I will have a new co-host.
All right.
You
So I'm
haven't,
going
you
to
haven't been able to get rid
I'm
of me
going to mark
yet.
it October 7th at 11:30 CST. We chose. I'm not going to put them in order.
Yeah,
American Girl number 1. I just put them in order.
Yeah.
You did.
Number 2.
Don't come around.
Don't come around here no more. Number 3. Breakdown. The waiting.
The breakdown waiting game.
Yeah.
And it's good to be king. All right.
Yeah.
Are we good?
And
We are good.
everything else
And stop
is
dragging my heart around.
And you know what the sad thing is? I so want to go out and listen to It's Good to Be King. That should be number 1. I love that song so much. You know what? There's
Well, that's
another
'cause
one
you,
he did.
You sing it in the shower,
Did you ever hear,
right?
speaking of King ones, I've got another amazing collaboration he did. The Roger McGuinn album where he did King of the Hill. That's Tom Petty on that one.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good song. All right, enough. All right, that's it. Thank you for listening to Pop Culture Countdown. We'll be back with more SMG Podcast Marathon 3.